This boy back here?
Yeah.
Well, that looks like the boy that was in the film, I believe.
Yes, I'm one of them. My name is Reginald Dobbs. I live at 3319 Maple, one of the ghettos areas that was pointed out in the film. I'd like to direct a question to Reverend Mitchell. Do you think that we will be satisfied with the jobs they are giving us?
Yes, son, I think so, simply because we are asking that you be trained on the job, and they start you off with a certain salary starting rates, and you would be promoted up to the maximum of the job.
No, I don't believe that. The white man is gonna keep you where he got you. You're not going no higher than he wants you to go. And we ain't gonna settle for nothing but all the way. And about this violence and non-violence, I'm for violence. Because we have pleaded for the last 400 years.
What would you say to a boy like that? Because this happens to be, coincidentally, the young man in the group that Mr. Meek said you did not speak for. How would you talk to a young boy like that?
Well, I would say I would definitely have to use the Bible, Mr. Duncan.
No, I don't want to hear that.
Well, this is my only way.
I ain't no Uncle Tom.
Well,
See,
salvation
you
is
can't
free,
brainwash me.
Jesus said, first ye seek the kingdom of heaven, and his righteousness, and all of these things will be added unto you.
Heaven is on earth, mind you, brother.
Yeah. Let me see.
You have anything more? How about the other lad?
Where you gonna go when we start revolution? Whose side are you gonna be on? Are you still gonna be on your knees begging for us jobs?
I will, as Mr. Meek said, he wouldn't die standing on his feet rather than to die on his knees. I will die standing up for God, regardless of any circumstance.
Okay. Have God ever told you to let this white man rule you like he is?
Well, young man, you first must be born again. God is a spirit.
No, I ain't born again. I ain't got to be born again. See, I was born in a new generation. Your mother could have brainwashed you, but can't nobody brainwash me. I'm ready. It's gonna take young boys like us to win the revolution.
The white peoples realized today that they was wrong for enslaving the Negro. The great mass. May I finish? I'll wait it. Why, if you so militant and so intelligent, why don't you keep your mouth shut?
I'll tell you why, Reverend Mitchell, because I'm sick and tired of you standing up there on a television camera, a black man with a white heart and a white face. You're a black Anglo-Saxon, you're a disgrace to the race to stand up about a white man loving you. Ask Medgar Evers' wife. Ask the parents of the 3 civil rights workers in Mississippi. Ask Jimmy Lee Jackson's mother. Understand? Ask Grace Louise of 5 children who was shot in the head because he's riding with a black boy in the car. You stand there and talk like an unmitigated fool.
I thought you were more intelligent.
I'm intelligent enough that I don't want to listen to your dribble.
May I finish, young man question? Son, I'm sure that the great mass of the white people realizes that they was wrong for enslaving the Negro.
Let's get this lady back here.
My name is Jean Williams, and I'm a civil rights lawyer. What has kept Chicago from erupting has been the open suppression and Gestapo-like tactics that the Chicago policemen have initiated in the black neighborhoods. Wherever there are 5 or more Negroes congregated, they move in, they break up those groups. I know what I'm talking about. They break up those groups and they shuttle everybody off to jail. Now, sooner or later, there are going to be enough families deprived of their breadwinners and their loved ones that Chicago isn't going to be cool, regardless of how much praying Reverend Mitchell does.
We have a Chicago police official here, Chicago police commander, to respond to the charge about police repression in Chicago this summer. Is there an official of the Chicago Police Department who could answer that? You're not to give comment, sir. I see. Well, let him make his one statement. That's all right. Fine. Go ahead, son.
As I was going back to see, he pointed out for me that I could go back when I want to. Go back to where? Huh?
Because you weren't free. You can go anywhere you like.
Go anywhere
Sir,
you
could you
want.
stand up? We can't hear you. Could you stand up over there by the microphone?
You mean to Africa? Do you mean to Africa? Do you mean to Africa? We are not Africans no more. You have raped our great-grandmothers and stuff and changed us.
Excuse me.
We're not, okay, let me finish, and gave us a name as a Negro. I am not a Negro. A Negro is a person with a slave at the man. I just want to tell you that. and don't say nothing else to me.
Sir, did you want to say something, miss? Okay, this lady back here, please.
I would like to direct my mind.
Your name, please.
Mrs. Fiedler of the East Avondale Community Council, a branch of LSNA. Mr. Meek, I recognized much of your film. Is this the 3100 block of Maple?
33 and 32.
Fine. 32 was where I was raised. Looks quite familiar as it did when I lived there. Marshall School still looks the same also. And there was more than 75% colored when I went there. You know, we got along great. Some of, all of us got along together very well. I recall very few colored and whites fighting. We were friends. When there was any arguments or fights, as there usually is, as you call it, the ghetto, we seemed to stick together. The colored stuck up for the white, and the white stuck up for the colored.
Well, they couldn't have a time like I have. They have to be all the time.
What is your point,
No,
ma'am? Do you feel that the...
I arose
Yes.
from this neighborhood. I lived in the slums. I'm not ashamed of it. You know, nobody helped me get where I'm at. I scrub floors. I scrub floors. It doesn't make any difference. The friends that I graduated with have jobs and homes just as I have now. And they were colored. And they had a chance. They sat right next to me in class. The teacher listened to them just like she listened to me. And it was that same house that you showed me on that film. So then, I am the same as these boys here. Because I seen little white kids as well as colored kids together digging out of garbage cans. Not separately. Together, we walked the alley. We walked Madison Street. We tripped over probably the same drunks in front of Rothschilds that are still there now. So what about me? Am I a poor white person? God help me, give me mercy. I want white power then.
I'm sure you do, and you should have it, baby.
What
You
about
got it.
Broadway? What about North Street? What about Wilson Avenue?
Well, you want to let me address
Where the
myself, too?
ignorant white people are.
What about them?
We
They
have
got
a
their own
problem,
problems,
too.
baby, and I think that the fact that you
Okay.
should have white power. I'm talking about black. You see, talking to you is an exercise in futility. Let's get this clear. I'm not talking about white people. Man, you solve your problems. You use force or violence, whatever necessary solve it,
No,
and I
you
don't
don't.
blame you. And if I had the thing you had, I wouldn't want to give it up either.
Do we come and march and you say, look at our poor people, look at our hungry
No,
babies?
you don't have to come because we can't solve your problem. You have to
right.
solve your own, and we want to solve our own.
By
Understand?
violence?
Who said anything about violence? Everybody here is talking about violence, but
He
trust
said
me.
he believes in violence. I wanna
Doesn't
know
he have a
why.
right to? They're going to take him in a few years and teach him to kill with the best weapons
They
available.
taught my brother to kill, too.
Okay, so
And
ask
they
the
were
United States
dead.
government about violence, baby. They live on it. They thrive on it.
Well,
They're enmeshed in it.
fighting for America.
This is the most violent society in the world that you run, baby.
Why is
You
there so
hung
many
black men up
Americans?
by their heads and cut their bodies to pieces. You burn women
Did
to
you
death.
see 'em?
Yes, I got the pictures on my wall. I was tied to a tree by the clan that had a knife run through my body.
You never seen white people
See.
killed, though.
White people, I'm not
I
worried
remember
about them.
Fifth Avenue and Kedzie and I watched them die in front of me
That's tough.
as a kid.
That's tough. That's tough, but we're talking about black power, black society,
That's all we hear.
divorce
So
from
you
white
wanna hear
society.
somebody else's
You were
side.
here at a
You
town
wanna
meeting.
hear
Go
all the
home
things
if you don't want to
that's
hear, baby. Go
You don't
home.
want to hear.
Because we don't
Go
need you.
home. You don't want to hear.
Mr.
I said,
Mr.
you go.
No.
I'll let the lady speak because Mr. Meek is a little louder in his voice. I think this is a very interesting point, and you know, it's an amazing coincidence that you did live in that immediate area because we had no idea that was going to be the.
Exactly. That street.
Do you
that
still live in
block.
the area?
No, I don't.
And you're.
It looked just like that when I did, though.
Sure.
And Beidler School. Do you know Beidler School there,
Yeah, I
Mr.
know
Meek?
Beidler.
You could move
Do you know
wherever
the
you
old
want.
school?
Yeah, I
The
know
old one with the
school.
wooden floors?
Yeah.
I walked on them. There's a new school
you want a
there
medal?
now, isn't there?
You want a medal
I didn't
something,
get
baby?
no new schools, but
You
I'm
want a
not
medal?
complaining.
Give it a CMH.
Let's let her
She's
say-
a poor white person.
Hold it, Mr. Meek.
You're the one that's crying the loudest.
Who's
I'm
crying,
chiming
baby? I'm
in
not
with you.
crying.
I'm
Do
chiming
you know the
in.
difference between defiance and a cry? You're talking to a black man, baby. I don't cry to white
I
folks.
talk to 'em all
I'm
my
talking to my
life.
people, not even
I
to you.
talk to them all
All right, hold
my
it, Mr.
life.
Meek.
So you're singing the
Hold it,
blues.
But
hold it,
you're
hold it.
blaming us. We got a right to
Blaming
stand
you?
up and defend ourselves,
Defend
too.
yourself. I glory in your
Now
spunk,
let her,
baby.
hold it, Mr. Meek.
Well, wipe the blood off your hands
Hold
before
it.
you
There ain't
slam.
no
Hold it.
blood on mine.
All right, ma'am.
You got the pictures. I haven't.
All right, hold it,
Yeah,
folks.
No,
well,
I'm
conscience is
not
bothering
guilty of
Ma'am, I'd
nothing.
like to let you say this very succinctly.
Are
You're-
we wrong because we're white?
Yeah,
Are we wrong?
yeah.
Well, then maybe the shoe's on the other foot now.
Well, your men seem to like our women so much we get a little confused.
What do you mean?
What do you mean?
All right, we're going.
Yeah.
I will in a second, but I just want to clarify this. Your point simply is this, ma'am. You believe that when you lived in the neighborhood where Mr. Meek does, there were 75% Negro then, and you say that the friends that you went to school with, as well as yourself, worked their way out of the ghetto.
That's right.
And you believe that anybody can do it if they want to?
That's right. That's ridiculous.
All right, let's let this gentleman back here. Here's a... Let's...
Mrs. Williams,
right,
I think
we have one
white
man
people
here.
have to talk to white people and tell them why they're wrong.
Here's a white
I
man.
think,
Let's let him
like,
say
white
this.
people have to tell some ignorant white people that they should start listening to Russell Meek and Gene Williams and Dick Gregory and Bob Lucas. And I'd like to ask this woman if she honestly believes there isn't segregation in Chicago, and if she's been to the schools. I teach in the West Side. My name's Richard Kelly. I teach in Upper Grade Center in the West Side. And next year, conditions are worse than last year. I have 39 in the class where I had 35. We have a white principal, white assistant principal. The Negroes that teach our school are afraid to open their mouth because they're afraid that they're going to lose their job, their times. There's a lot of segregation, not only in house. You can go in the different neighborhoods. Ma'am, I don't see how you can sit here and dare to talk to Russ Meek and say there isn't segregation in Chicago.
The whole thing comes down...
Identify yourself, please.
Elmer Lazar, Chicago, Illinois. The whole thing...
Are you with an association? An organization?
No, just individual.
Right. Go ahead.
The whole thing here comes down to education, rather lack of education. Now, to prove this to you, I was an employment manager of a firm that employed dozens of Negroes 5, 10, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. And we were looking for a truck driver several times, not just once, dozens of times. We used to interview colored fellows that come in, you know, from 18 to 30, any age. And out of 25 colored fellows that came in to apply for the job, only 3 or 4 could talk, could read and write English. 3 or 4. Now, these were newly come Southerners from the South, see. And only out of 25 fellows that we interviewed, only 3 or 4 could read and write. Back in 1950, 1952, 53, 54, 55.
So your point is?
What can you do with the people that they sent from the South that can't read and write? What can you do with people that have no education? Now, well, we have to educate. The South should not be allowed to send these colored people up here. Rather, they should educate them. They should educate them, see? That's the point.
How about this gentleman in the front row? Would you identify yourself, sir?
I'm Reverend Emmett G. Davis, the Executive Director of the North Suburban Organization for Fair Housing. There are a couple of points that I want to speak to, particularly to get back to originally the way we started out.
Yes.
We're caught now in this trap between whether we're going to follow Dr. Martin Luther King with a nonviolent approach, or whether we're going to follow my friend Russ Meeks here with a violent approach. We're at a loss to know what to do. We tried Dr. King. We're afraid to try Meeks.
Are you afraid to try Meeks? You're afraid to try Meeks?
Some of the people on the North Shore aren't afraid. They've gotten a little sophistication because they've been able to move to the North Shore.
Are these Negroes you're talking about?
Negroes, yes.
Middle-class Negroes.
They've been calling the police department in Evanston, hoping there's not going to be a riot in Evanston. They are afraid, too. Now, how do you reach these kind of people?
Well, you feel
I wish Mr. Meeks to tell us this.
The middle-class Negroes...
The middle-class Negroes who have become complacent, who fear the revolutionary lower to lower economic class Negroes.
Well, Mr. Meek, you want to respond to that?
Yeah, I'd like to respond because I think that you sound like a reverend. Thank goodness there's some people like you left.
Thank you.
I might even come to your church one day and see what you have to say. Man, whew, what a breath of fresh air. I want to say this because, see, first of all, there's a mistaken notion. The Watts study, which they just brought out, proved that the middle class black man is much more violent than the so-called lower strata.
Well, that differs from what he was saying.
Well, you see, when you talk about people in North Shore, see, here's the point, which, I'm talking to black folk now, you know, that no matter what happens, the dialectics of the situation are going to make you either get off the fence or crawl in a hole in the ground. It is the ability to take your own resources and develop a culture, a society, a community of our own, the way we want it, free from white interference. And we give you the same privilege.
Talk of New York, y'all. Crack the window, breathe the block in. Hear the echoes of the lost man. Your season is your season. So haters be hating for no reason. Move forward, never stay stuck in the past. From New York, so yeah, I talk fast. Life heavy, but I stand firm. Seems life's got lessons for me to learn. I take what my soul screams and put it in a song. Talk of New York.